We've all heard about DJI, right? For the last decade, the brand has turned out amazing drones that can do this. And they've also brought some cool action cameras to the market that can capture footage like this. But DJI is back with something they haven't done before, and any first for DJI has to be pretty special. You're watching Amateur Photographer, and this is the OSMO 360, a camera that can do this. Well, believe it or not, that little film was all created using just the OSMO 360. So what exactly is this camera and why is it such a big deal? Well, as we've mentioned, this is DJI's first entry into the 360 camera market. They're not the first to serve up a 360 camera, and there's already some great options out there from brands including GoPro, Ricoh and Insta360. But the stiff levels of competition hasn't stopped DJI from stepping into the ring, much like they did when they launched the range of action cameras. And if you're a fan of shooting 360 stills and video, the OSMO 360 has some interesting specifications that will certainly turn your head. Perhaps the biggest headline here should be the beefy 1/1.1 inch CMOS sensor, which enables the OSMO to capture 8K 360 video at up to 50p, a big leap ahead of the 5.6K offered by GoPro's Max 360 camera, and we'll talk more about this and other rivals in a moment. But first, there's some additional features that you should know about up front, because the OSMO 360 can capture 100 minutes of its ultra-high resolution 8K footage. You know, operating times is one factor that can often be a common drawback for 360 cameras, so to smash the 100-minute barrier with such a high resolution is a big deal that should be rightfully praised. Of course, along with filming at 8K, users have other resolution options too. For example, you can shoot 6K videos at 120 frames per second, and this will help you capture footage to use in those slow motion sequences that are so popular on social media right now. In fact, users can capture 8 times slow motion videos at 4K, and there's also a dedicated mode for filming with the OSMO 360 at night too. There's even a special selfie stick mode which will make the stick disappear from view, and this is where 360 technology really comes into its own. When the camera is attached to a long selfie stick, such as this 2.5 meter version from DJI, you can capture footage that looks like it was filmed on a drone, extending your creative options. Okay, so let's take a step back for a moment and look at the design of the OSMO 360. Tipping the scales at just 183 grams, around the same weight as your smartphone or an action camera, the OSMO 360 features a more square format rather than the longer, thinner profile of 360 cameras from the likes of Ricoh and Insta360. You'll find a spherical f1.9 lens on each side of the unit that enables the 360 view, and DJI includes a rubberized cover to place over the top of the unit when not in use, which will protect these lenses from any knocks or scratches. It does an okay job, but I would have liked to have seen a solution that kept the cover connected to the unit somehow, so there's no chance of you placing it down and losing it. There's a large 2-inch intuitive LCD that is touch sensitive and will be instantly familiar to users of DJI action cameras, and this enables you to change settings, although you can make adjustments via DJI's free Mimo app too. 2 physical option buttons sit just below the LCD, and the base of the unit features a screw plate to attach a selfie stick and grips for DJI's quick release mounting lock. Yes, the same one you can find on the brand's action cameras. In fact, where DJI should be further applauded is the way they've integrated the OSMO 360 into DJI's wider ecosystem. Well, what does this mean? Well, take the OSMO 360's battery for example. It's the same one used in DJI's Action 3, 4 and 5 Pro action cameras. So if you already own one of these devices and you've invested some money into spare batteries, these can be used with the OSMO 360. Better still is the integration with DJI's audio gear, as the OSMO 360 will connect up with DJI mics, giving you enhanced audio. Does this make a real difference out in the field? Well, let's see a little comparison test between Osmo 360's built-in mics, and then we'll hear the DJI Mic 2 connected, so you can draw your own comparisons. Okay, so this is your typical vlogging setup. Walking around, a bit of car noise, a little bit of wind, but this is using the internal microphones on the DJI OSMO 360, and I'll let you be the judge of how that audio holds up. Okay, same location, but this time we have the DJI Mic 2 wireless transmitter just on my camera bag shoulder here. It has got the wind buff on there, so that's protecting the audio from some of the wind. But yeah, how do you like the difference between the two different audio levels? Setting up the Osmo 360 is easy, but you will need to download that DJI Mimo app before you can activate the camera properly. And actually, I would really recommend setting some time aside so you can learn exactly what the app can do for you and how it can lock creative features for not only when you're filming, but also how it can help you edit footage after you've finished recording. This enables users to create a timeline, changing and directing the camera's viewpoint throughout the clip before exporting the video and sharing it on social media. But there is an additional way you can edit your footage, and it's thanks to the DJI Studio software that's available for Mac and PC computers. I think with the hype of the camera, the DJI Studio may not grab the headlines, but for me, it's absolutely vital that the brand release this software, and it works brilliantly well, making it easy for you to change perspective, focal point, or the field of view quickly and simply. For vloggers especially, I'd recommend the intelligent tracking feature that enables you to simply highlight your subject, and this feature will aim to track them throughout the clip. It works impressively well and will save you a huge amount of time when it comes to editing. Before we talk about how well the Osmo 360 actually works, I think it's a good point to understand who would use this sort of camera and what sort of benefits it brings. 360 cameras are arguably niche, but there's no denying they unlock unique creative options that no other camera can come close to. Being able to capture a 360 view is special, but there's far more to these devices too. 360 cameras are perfect for content creators, especially those who are filming vlogs or doing extreme sports. Remember though, the Osmo 360 can shoot stills as well as video, and this device allows for imagery at either 12, 20 or 30 megapixels. In fact, you can also shoot a panoramic image at 120 megapixels. What's more, you can shoot in JPEG, or you can choose to shoot in RAW file format to give you more tolerance when it comes to editing the image in software such as Adobe Lightroom, where you can recover highlights in the sky or reveal detail in areas of shadow. So let's learn a little bit more about the quality of the video offered by the Osmo 360, and it's great to hear that DJI has included the D-Log and 10-bit technology from devices like the brand's drones and action cameras in their first ever 360 camera. This is a massive deal and will not only ramp up the production values, but also your ability as a creator to add your own stamp and signature to the footage by grading it to a higher degree in post-production. Here's a couple of quick example clips showing the before and after the footage has been graded, so you can see for yourself how far you can push things in post-production. Now let's go through more of the additional features you can find on the DJI Osmo 360 quick fire style, and some of these may well surprise you. First up is the built-in 128 gig internal storage, of which 105 gigabytes is available to record to, and this will come in mega useful if you've forgotten or filled up your micro SD card. Next up, the Osmo 360 offers voice and gesture control, enabling users to control the camera with palm gestures, even when you're wearing gloves. The Osmo 360 is waterproof down to 10 meters without a case and is IP68 rated, so you'll have no worries about using this camera in poor weather conditions. You can also connect up Bluetooth headphones so you can clearly hear the audio from the Osmo 360. And while this may not appeal to everyone, for action sports enthusiasts, the dashboard feature works with Garmin and Apple devices to import and overlay data such as speed, tilt and acceleration on the screen. Does the Osmo 360 have any compromises? Well, as with any 360 camera, I do worry about damaging the little lenses either side of the unit. And you always tend to pay more for a 360 camera than you would do for an action camera. That said, DJI has priced the Osmo 360 competitively. At the time of filming, you could pick up the Insta360 X5 for £519. The standard Osmo 360 combo will set you back £409.99 or €480, but the adventure combo is £540 or €630, and of course with the adventure combo you get cool accessories like a selfie stick and extra batteries, so if you have slightly deeper pockets you end up with more gear. So how do I sum up a camera like the Osmo 360? Well, as I mentioned at the start of the video, 360 cameras are a fairly niche area, but if you've never used them before, I'd really encourage you to give the Osmo 360 or one of its rivals a try, because 360 cameras really do unlock new creative opportunities to capture something different with your stills or video. DJI has gone all out with the Osmo 360, and it's difficult to find fault with this great device. The combination of a nicely designed unit and a menu system that's easy to navigate means there's no fuss to this camera, you can get creating quickly. But it's the support from both the wider DJI ecosystem and that cool DJI Studio software that really helps the Osmo 360 stand out as an enticing buy. The quality of the video and the stills is impressive, but for me, it's the smile on your face that you get when using this camera that's far more important. One last thing, where does this leave the Pocket 3 camera? Both can be used for vlogging and sort of encroach on each other's territory. For pure vlogging, the Osmo 360 is arguably best, as you can stick it on a selfie stick and it makes getting footage of yourself probably more easier. However, for me, the Pocket 3 is better for more artistic filmmaking, and if you can afford both, then you're laughing. But what do you think of the DJI Osmo 360? Let us know in the comments section, and thanks for watching.